Some of you may not know what this is. You see them less and less these days. It's called a hymnal. And used to be you could find them in every pew in every church. Not so much anymore. They are steadily being pushed aside in lieu of big screen TVs. Not a commentary, just a statement of fact. They are, however, a wealth of interesting information. Did you know that the words to hymns and the music were usually written by different people, sometimes hundreds of years apart? Let's look at two of my previous calls to worship, for example. The hymn For the Beauty of the Earth. It uses the tune Dix, or Dix, named after William Chatterton Dix, who wrote it originally for the hymn As with Gladness Men of Old. And the hymn Oh, for a Thousand Tongues to Sing. It was written by Charles Wesley in 1739, the words, and is now sung to a tune called Asmon, which is the name of a biblical city south of Canaan, that was composed in 1828 by Carl Glaser. Keep that in the back of your mind for a moment. Horatio Spafford was an attorney living in Chicago in 1870 with his wife, son, and 4 daughters. He was well known for his Christian testimony and was good friends with world-famous evangelist Dwight L. Moody, the Billy Graham of his day. Spafford had considerable wealth, including many real estate holdings in Chicago. But a series of tragedies soon struck. In 1870, his 4-year-old son died of scarlet fever. And a year later, in 1871, Mrs. O'Leary's cow kicked over a lantern, and the ensuing Great Chicago Fire destroyed most of his properties. After 2 years living in the tumult of Chicago in the wake of the Great Fire, Spafford learned that his good friend Dwight Moody would be preaching in England, and he decided the family deserved a vacation. He had some business to tie up, so he sent his wife and 4 daughters on ahead of him. They boarded the most luxurious steamship of the day, the French ship Ville du Havre, which means City of Le Havre, which is a city in France, and they set off for England. 9 days later, Spafford received a 2-word telegram from his wife. Saved alone. The Ville du Havre had collided with another ship in the mid-Atlantic and had sunk in 12 minutes. His 4 daughters were lost. He immediately set out to rendezvous with his wife, at what point during his crossing, the captain asked him to come to the bridge. There he told Spafford that they were over the point where the Ville du Havre had gone down, and where his 4 daughters now lay miles deep in their watery graves. Legend has it that Spafford returned to his cabin and wrote a hymn. 3 years later, a friend of his, Philip Bliss, wrote music for the hymn. Bliss called the music Vie du Havre, and coupled with the words Spafford had written 3 years earlier, became known as the hymn, It Is Well With My Soul. And now you know the rest of the story.
When name.